There is a danger greater than failure, a danger more subtle than sin. It is the moment when a man begins to trust his strength more than God. This is the story of a king who started with fire, but ended in silence. His name was Asa. You may not hear much about him. He wasn't as famous as David. He didn't have the wisdom of Solomon. But his story holds a warning most people miss. You can begin right and still end wrong. Stay with me. Asa became king of Judah in a time of corruption. The land was polluted with idols. People had forgotten discipline, forgotten God. But Asa was different. He did what many refused to do. He removed what was comfortable, but wrong. He tore down idols. He commanded the people to seek God. He restored order and discipline. Even his own family was not spared. He removed his grandmother from power because she promoted evil. This is Stoicism in motion. Not comfort, but conviction. Not emotion, but principle. And because of this, God gave him peace. For years, there was no war. Peace is easy, but pressure reveals truth. A massive army came against Asa. The Ethiopian force, vast, overwhelming, unstoppable. This was the moment. Asa stood before God and prayed, "Lord, it is nothing for you to help, whether with many or with those who have no power." He did not rely on numbers. He did not trust strategy. He trusted God. And the result? Victory. Not by might, not by strength, but by alignment. Lesson: when you rely on God in weakness, you become stronger than armies. After the victory, a prophet came with a message. The Lord is with you while you are with him. Simple, direct, eternal. But here's the part people overlook. If you seek him, he will be found. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. This was not a threat. It was a principle. Like gravity, like time, like discipline. Asa heard it, and for a while he obeyed. Years passed. Success grew. Strength increased. And then, something changed. Another challenge came, not as large as before. But this time, Asa did not pray. He did not seek God. Instead, he relied on alliances, on human solutions, on strategy. He took treasures from the temple and used them to secure help from another king. It worked. But here is the truth. Just because something works doesn't mean it's right. A prophet came again, but this time the message was different. Because you relied on the king of Aram and not on the Lord, you have done foolishly. Then came the words that cut deep. From now on, you will have wars. Asa's response? Not repentance, not reflection. He became angry. He imprisoned the prophet. This is the danger. When correction feels like attack, you are already drifting. In his later years, Asa became sick, diseased in his feet. And even then, he did not seek God. He turned only to physicians. Understand this carefully. It was not wrong to seek help, but it was wrong to ignore God completely. And so, the king who once trusted fully ended relying only on himself. He died, not in rebellion, but in quiet disconnection. Asa's story is not loud. There is no dramatic fall, no shocking scandal, just a slow drift. And that is what makes it dangerous. Stoic truth. Discipline must be maintained. Faith must be renewed. Strength must stay submitted. Because the greatest downfall is not when you fall suddenly. It is when you slowly stop depending on what made you strong. If this message spoke to you, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, are you still relying on God, or have you quietly started relying only on yourself? Comment below. I will not drift. And if you're ready for deeper truths like this, subscribe and join this journey of discipline, faith, and inner alignment.